Hello, my lovely Cónocht people. I am sitting in absolutely glorious sunshine out in the Cónocht garden and just got back really late last night after loads and loads and loads of driving and beautiful but quite intense few days working with the amazing Wild Roots Ireland tour group down in West Cork and Kerry. And on the way home yesterday with my youngest, Rowan, went to, as I think of it, the land of my mother's people, the old derelict farmhouse, which has been literally fallen apart for 43 years and it's now up for sale. I haven't a hope of buying it, but went in to have a look and meet some of the old neighbours. And yeah, that was a kind of intense and emotional, and just I realise I'm at peace with letting the house go, but the land is still really pulling me. I'm so connected to the land there. So not quite sure what to do about maybe maintaining some contact or connection there. But anyway, that's all by way of a prelude to I am only now coming to really prepare for Loughcrew for the weekend. So I know a number of you are coming. I'm really not clear who is and who isn't. There is at this stage only one fully confirmed person for the yurts. I have 2 yurts booked. So it is going to be quite a loss if I don't fill them. The max in any yurt is 5, but that involves people sharing, bunking into a double bed. So for a bed each, it's 3 per yurt. So I definitely have 1 in the yurt with me, which means there is a free bed for 1 night, for the Sunday night, because one of our priestesses has a friend coming on the Saturday night. But, if I got a third person for the 2 nights, then absolutely she can bunk in with her friend, which leaves 3 beds in the second yurt. So it works out just under 120 for the 2 nights. The weather is looking quite mixed for Sunday, kind of mixed sun and cloud, somewhere between 7 and 8. So we're really, really hoping we manage to get the sunrise peeping through the cloud. So fingers crossed, and all the prayers and good vibes out for that, please. So for anyone who's just coming for the ceremony or for the day, you need to be no later than 10 past 6 a.m. Ideally 6 a.m. at the bottom of the steps leading up the hill to the cairn. So depending on your fitness and mobility level, that's to give yourself enough time to be up at the top for, say, 6:30. So if you were planning to come and camp, you might kind of take a check out of the weather, and maybe you would feel like coming into the yurt. So look, it's there, they're booked. It would be a shame to have one completely empty yurt not being used. I mean, I'll be paying for it anyway. But if there is anybody who hadn't fully made up their mind, please let me know. And you don't need to do anything in terms of the yurts. They're there. So I'm kind of ideally looking for 4 people who would take yurt spaces. You can have 3 in one, or as I say, bunking in, you can have 5. Obviously the price would reduce per person if you have 5. So please let me know. Bring your green robes, and we will assign the roles and the quarters and all that when we get together. And it'll be a very simple ceremony. As you know already from the emails, there is a Swedish film crew. I'll be talking to the Irish woman who is part of that crew later this afternoon. They have absolutely promised to be non-intrusive and not to be like up in our faces, as we have had people do before without kind of prior arrangement or permission. So they have promised to be kind of fly on the wall and just observational. And they do want to come down to the yurts afterwards to do some interviews, chat to some of the students or priestesses. So anyone who's open to that, it's not obligatory at all, but anyone who's open to that, that would be really good for the school and good for the documentary that they're making. So I really look forward to seeing you all at Slieve na Caille at this time as we approach that balance point moving into the dark of the year, and we honour back the Cailleach in her Hag of Winter aspect, and we set our intentions for that balance point. So I will be doing a storytelling session in the little event room in the courtyard at the Megalithic Centre. It's a free event, just offering it to the community from 6 until 7 on the Saturday evening. So I aim to get to the Megalithic Centre by 5, give myself time to settle in, light the stove and so on, so it'll be warm for the evening. So even if you are, camping in the field at the Megalithic Centre, if you are coming in a van, that yurt is a base for all of the Currasush people. So come down, find us at the yurts, hang out for the evening, bring a glass of wine. We can get takeaway or we can make something in the communal kitchen, and we'll just gather ourselves together, and that'd be a good time to prepare as well for the morning. So see you all there. Gra agus banachtaí and slán go fóill. See you at Loughcrew.